Hello! This video will show you just how easy it is to set up your own version of EmpowerDB to collect the data required for a variety of OVW reports. For this video, we will focus on the OVW stop report as an example, but their other reports like SASP, Rural, and Campus are all nearly identical. This video would not be applicable to the THA or LAV reports as those are quite different. I'll also show you how to generate the numbers that appear on the quarterly report and make some administrative changes that support things like multiple contracts or different service types. At any time, you can jump to different sections of the video by clicking on the chapter markers at the bottom. Alright, let's get started. To set up your free account, simply go to empowerdb.com and click the Join menu. In this example, we'll be setting up a free account, but you can read more and watch this video about the benefits available on our two paid accounts. Here is the list of templates. This is the training video for just one of the standard OVW reports. But if you also have VOCA and FIPSA funding, you may want to use one of these combined templates instead and watch the training video associated with that template. The rest of this join form should be pretty straightforward and should only take you a couple of minutes. Once you've got this form completed, press submit and your system will be created in seconds. You just need to click a verification link that will be sent to your email and then log in with the credentials you entered on this form. Once you're all signed in, you'll be at the EmpowerDB homepage. If you'd like to add any additional users to your account, you can do so by visiting the staff list here and clicking Add New Staff up top. The fields here should be pretty self-explanatory. Remember, you can add as many users as you'd like. There are a few parts of the system you can customise to improve how you collect data for your report, but I'll save those until the end of the video. Let's get started looking at how to enter data. On the homepage is this Add Activities module. We find that for many organisations, activities data like services and groups can be the type of information that gets entered the most. That's why this Add Activities module is right on the homepage to make that as easy as possible. To add individual client activities, we simply select the name of a client already in the system. I'll show you how to add a new client in a moment. Then we make sure that the date field is correct. This will always default to today's date. Finally, we select which of the service types you provided. Again, this list might be slightly different depending on which OVW template you choose. If you provided more than one service in the same session, simply click the plus icon here and select those additional items. One session can have as many service types as you like. You can also include some notes about the session if you'd like to. These don't get used for the OVW report. They're just here in case they're helpful to you. Click Submit and the activities are added. To enter in groups data, click on the Groups button here. Select the date and the group type, then enter in each of the attendees like this. Again, these notes for the group are optional and don't actually get used for the OVW report. We can submit this group and the data has been saved. There are a couple of ways to view the activities data that you enter. One handy way is by looking in your activities calendar. The calendar icon will be available on all pages in the system. Here we can see the entries we just made, edit these entries, delete them, add new entries on specific dates, or switch to view this information in an outline view. So, those are the Add Activities module basics. I do just want to mention that subscribers of our paid plans can have a variety of other activity types, inputs, and other options here. You've just been given what's needed for the OVW report. We'd be happy to talk to you more about what other features can be added here to help you with your work. Now I can show you how to add new clients into the system. From the home page, we can click Add Client up top. That brings us to this data entry form. You should already be very familiar with these questions and recognise them as relating to the OVW report you selected. The questions highlighted in yellow are the more important data points that appear on the report. You'll still be able to save the record with them blank, but you should do your best to answer them where possible. The first and last name fields don't get used for the report. They just help you look up this client again later. Remember that the information saved on EmpowerDB is encrypted with a key that is only saved on your machines. It is impossible for EmpowerDB staff or our hosting providers to read the names you enter into the system. As you're entering in the client name, keep an eye on the existing client check on the right. If you enter a client with a similarly spelled name as someone who already exists in the system, you'll receive a notice here. I wanted to be sure to point out this birthday age field, as it's a bit unique to EmpowerDB. If you know a client's birthday, the system will always know their age and know what age range category to put them in. If you don't know someone's exact birthday, you can enter an estimated age. Having this estimated age field be a list of ages to pick from lets us accurately report this client in the correct age range category as the years go by and they age into a new category. The last thing to note here is this incident section. It's inside what EmpowerDB calls a point in time block of information. This allows us to enter separate incident entries for each victimization situation this client has disclosed. So, if someone discloses to you that they experienced domestic violence today, then next month discloses different types of abuse experienced in a separate victimization, you can click this Include Additional Incident button here. The incident questions will be repeated, and you can answer the questions about this newly disclosed type of abuse. And there's a similar situation with this protection orders point in time. You can enter a separate entry for every protection order this client received that should appear in the OVW report. Scrolling further down on this Add New Client form, we see that Add Activities module again. This exists here to let you easily add any activities provided during this client's intake. It behaves exactly like the form I showed you on the home page. Before we click the Add New Client button at the bottom, keep in mind that this page just includes the questions needed for your OVW report. Subscribers of our multi-use plan can have as many questions as they want to track contact information, case management data, and any other fields that your funders require. All right, we're all set with this client. We can click the Add New Client button below. Their record is created, and we're taken right to their client page. In the future, we can get back to the client record by clicking on the lookup box on the top right and entering the client name or ID number that the system assigns. The client's unique ID number can be found underneath their name in the client record view. From this page, we can change any of the information we already entered for that client. We can also add in some new activities. Again, this is the same form as appears on the home page. And we can also view their activities outline to get a summary of the sessions that have been recorded for this client by all users in the organisation. Subscribers of our multi-use plan can finally control which users are able to see which activities entries. And that's all there is to collecting the data you need. Now let's take a look at the automated reporting tool to see just how easy it is to take all that data and turn it into the exact numbers needed for the OVW report. To access the OVW report, go to the home page and click on Reports. Then click on the OVW report link. Enter the date range you want to run the report for and click Continue. At the top, we see a quick explanation of how the system is determining which clients qualify for this report, as well as some other key distinguishing factors that come up for this report. As we scroll down, we see the report results. Everything is formatted to look just how it looks on section D of the OVW reports. Each number can be clicked on to get a look at which clients or activities make up that number. That way you can be fully confident in the accuracy of what you're seeing. Please remember that this video shows the OVW stop report. If you've chosen one of the other standard OVW reports, your report page will look slightly different. Once you confirm that everything you see is correct, you can transcribe the numbers that you see into the format that OVW or your local funder provides you. Pretty easy, right? Now just imagine all the things you can be doing with your time instead of hand counting all the numbers for your OVW report. Now, for many of you, this is all you need to know, so please feel free to stop the video here. But in case you're interested, there are also a couple of ways that even users of our free service can personalise their system. First, this template supports the ability to have multiple contracts for the same OVW report. You would just add each as a separate programme in EmpowerDB. From the homepage, go to Database Administration, select Programmes, and then Add New Programme on the top right. Put in the name of this other contract and make sure that all of the other fields are answered. After this programme is created, you may want to go back to the original programme the system created for you and change its name to be something more descriptive. With multiple programmes, the Add Activities module now asks which contract each activity was for, so it knows which report to include it on. And you can also set your various user accounts to only have permission to see clients in particular programmes. Next, you can also customise the list of services and groups that appear in the Add Activities module. From the homepage, go to Database Administration, select one of the two activity types here you'd like to modify, and select the option to add a new type on the top right. For example, let's say that you want to be able to record in detail what kind of victim survivor advocacy you provided a client. You can enter each as its own service type and then have that service type mapped to the correct OVW report service type. Now, when a new service is added as this type, the OVW report will know to count this as a victim survivor advocacy service type. You might want to also do this for your groups list. If you hold a variety of different support groups, you can make one for each and just make sure that they're all selected as being OVW qualifying groups. Then the report will know to include each in the support groups section. Those are all the customizations that are available with the free account. If you subscribe to one of our paid plans, we'll be happy to make any other customizations to how this report generates your numbers. We have over a decade of experience working with hundreds of OVW funded organisations across the country, so believe me when I say that we've been asked to do it all when it comes to how this report functions. There is additional information in our documentation section available on the homepage. For example, you might be interested in this article on how to delete or merge clients. You can also contact us via the support section here. But remember that subscribers of our free plan will only be able to let us know about any errors they might be experiencing or reach out to us about upgrading to one of our other plans. I hope this video has been helpful to you and you're as excited as we are to be able to offer this functionality for free to OVW funded organisations across the country. If you're interested in upgrading to our multi-use plan, we'd also be delighted to help you to build a system that incorporates all of the other information that your organisation collects. One that meets all of your other reporting needs with our advanced reporting tools, uploads files to client records, collects data directly from clients or volunteers via off-site forms, and literally so much more. So please feel free to reach out to us if you're interested in how we could help you with any of that. Thank you and take care.